exercise motivation. Now, I think there's a lot to talk about with this, and I've seen now it's in the UK, especially maybe this time of year when you can get really fit and get a lot of good miles in because there's no set goals of racing yet. So it's February here in the UK, and it might be a time when either people are going, getting really fit, for their exercise goals. Maybe after January they either have stuck to them or they've just, dropped off, and, they're not getting out and running and cycling. So for me, I think, especially cycling, there's not any other better form of, exercise, and I don't like to call it exercise. I like to call it, having fun while moving your body. In the past, I've always found that this time of year, I've lost hours and hours and hours because, just for example, I've gone out and I had some set training or whatever to do, and using a power meter, and if the power's not there, then I might just do an hour instead of I've had a good 5 hours on like a Sunday, for example, or whatever day. So I think that's one thing, is not to get too focused on numbers and power. But I think for this video I just wanted to talk about motivation, losing motivation because of other things that are happening in the world, so the distractions in the rest of the world. So there could be lots of things, lots of topics for motivation, but I'm here in the UK and I'm literally in the middle of nowhere, and even out here there's cars, so they're just actually behind me. Is it that way? No, it's that way. Yeah, so Hadrian's Wall's just down there somewhere. Yeah, it's a beautiful winter's day. So there's a lot of I think a lot of terrible things happening, and I think this video reached people that maybe it's more than just, they realize there's more than just the normal system of the world, that how the world works. There's more to just what they see. So I think once you realize how important exercise and fitness and health, that's why I started making like these videos. You realize health is the most important thing there is. It's not money and power and politics, and you should do what you have to do in order to be healthy and fit, and not to chase it's the same things we see, isn't it, every time. It's like, it's not, money's not important, and having lots of entourage of friends and all these people, and it's exercise really is and should be, I think, one of, if not the most important thing in your life. And I mean, it's up to you in whatever situation you are in, but eventually if you switched on to the world, if what you see in the world is upsetting you, then maybe you're the person who is switched on and realizes these things are happening, like the car-centric world and money-centric world, and like just reading the comments, for example, on some of the videos that I've put out, and it's like the things that people say, and it doesn't ruin my motivation, because I know that the things that people say, everyone's conditioned, aren't they, to think. So for me, I like to try and for me, part of my motivation is doing these videos, but I think it's to realize that the exercise is the amazing thing to do. So I say cycling, there's nothing better, is there, than when you go out? You know, that sense of freedom and adventure that you get. And you know, out here, the upkeep, especially in the UK, of your bike over the winter, and you know, I try not to let, you know, other things distract me. I like to try and get into a routine of just, you know, focusing on getting everything as good as I can in order to get the best fitness and health. So, you know, I think it's good to not let other things be distracting, and there are things that, yeah, you can do to make, you know, the world that you live in a better place. So obviously, you know, even, you know, if you're doing cycling, then that's already something that, you know, is the benefit to the world. You know, so say this video is just, you know, focused on, like, you know, I suppose just, you know, there's so many different things that could, you know, ruin your motivation. I do other videos, but you know, just in case, you know, anyone else thinks the same and thinks, you know, I see what's happening, you know, at time of recording. This is February 2025, and you know, I just see, I say you might feel the same. Is, you know, this rise of, you know, oligarchy in everything, you know, in politics, you know, in the media and everything. So for example, you know, in the UK, you know, it's gone from like some you know, cycling footage was like free and or cheap, and now it's suddenly shot up just like overnight basically. And yeah, it's just everything is seemingly getting worse in the world. And you know, cycling, everything's getting more expensive, for example, because, you know, companies are trying to make the most out of people. And yeah, just, yeah, this rise of oligarchy, isn't it? And it can be upsetting, but I say for me, I find that it is the fitness and cycling that is the motivation to get up and live. You know, just personally for me, the last sort of few days I had a bit of a wobbly with you know, my own health, and it's like when you're so fine attuned because you do the fitness and health lifestyle, you're so finely attuned to your body that you can feel, you know, just when something, you know, ill health affects you, you feel it so much, you know, because you're so attuned to your, you know, what your body's telling you. So obviously, yeah, if your body's telling you something's off, and your mind tells you something's off. So, but yeah, just think, you know, the cycling, if you're cycling, using the car less, you know, if you're, you know, vegan for the cycling benefit, fitter, you know, all these things, they have a positive impact on the world. You know. Yeah. As I say, I'm in the middle of nowhere and there's still cars out here, so. But yeah, bit of a rambly video, but I just thought maybe if someone else felt the same, then at least someone else would realise they're not alone in thinking that. So yeah. Vegan bike life, that's the way to go, I think. Less cars. I'll see you in the next one. I don't know where to go to get away from cars, but I don't know how further away from the world I can be. There you go. Ciao. See you in the next one.